Good morning. I'm Joanne Geisel. I'm a local artist and I'm here at Art and Bloom. I'm here because I'm going to be part of a show. It's called Take 4. So what I am doing here is this is going to be a painting that the entire group will paint on. I'm doing the first part, the underpainting, because I like values. So the first thing that I do is I tone the whole canvas. In this case, it's burnt umber. And then I'm going to be putting in the darks and wiping out some of the lights. What I have above here is my thumbnail sketch. So I'm actually following both of them. Through the thumbnail sketch, I was able to break it down into 3 values. And that becomes the armature of the painting, like the structure of the painting. The old masters of the Renaissance, they would paint this way. They would do a value painting before putting their color on top. My mother was there at the end of her life, and it was so beautiful that she could be there. We were, as family, we were so thankful because we could all go in and have private time with her, and we knew she was taken care of and with peace, and the people that worked there all supported us, and they supported, we knew our mother was well taken care of the whole time.
I'm Barbara, and I'm picking up where Joanne left off with our group painting for the Foursquare show. Joanne blocked in the darks, and I'm going back with the darks and colors, and then we'll progress a little bit further, but still leave an opportunity for Anne and Gale to do their work. So get to work. This is a color that's made. I only use 3 colors plus white. Sometimes I change up the blues or reds or yellows, but this is basically a limited palette, about as limited as you can get. So it's fun to see what can happen with just 3 colors. It's good to use a really big brush when you're starting out because it keeps you from getting too detailed, and then you can get into the nitty-gritty of the colors as the painting moves along. Hospice is giving so much to the community. It certainly helped my mother as she processed through life, and my cousins. It's just been a wonderful place for all of Wilmington for many years. So it's just a gift. Glad to give back. So I've finished my part for the next person that comes in. I've established the sky that will be the lightest part of the canvas, and then we'll get down into where the sun directs down onto the flowers here and the light reflecting off of this, and just build it from dark to light, balancing back and forth as the painting progresses. So I'm done for the day.
Hi, I'm Gale Smith. I'm one of the 4 artists in the show Take 4, and we are taking turns painting on this canvas. As you see, it is the scene of the hospice garden. So we all decided that since the show is benefiting hospice, we would take our turns and come in and do a collaborative painting of the gardens. The show, we chose 12 iconic venues in Wilmington that we thought would be of interest to the local people. and we're doing our own perspective of those venues. I'm currently going to be putting in some of the darks and lights of the path that leads back into the hospice garden. It's actually, I think, called the Heritage Garden. And you have a lot of really nice little accidents when you use the palette knife that all of a sudden just appear that you couldn't have done with the brush. So that's really rewarding. This has been a real challenge for us to stretch and do 12 paintings with different perspectives and not even knowing what the other person is doing. We know that we're all doing the same iconic scene, doing boats and lifeguard stands and that kind of thing. Different venues, but we're all really pushing ourselves because we had 12 paintings to finish. But it stretches us. You need that to be able to grow in your painting. To me personally, hospice provides medical care to terminally ill patients. They provide care so that they can make sure this patient is entering this experience of their end-of-life experience with comfort and care and compassion.
I'm Ann Hare. I'm one of the 4 artists that's participating in Take 4. I'm going to take over on our painting that we're doing a path of the hospice garden. This painting will be raffled off, and the proceeds will go to hospice. All right. I'm going to tackle the greens. There's so many different shades of green, and you try to move them around on the canvas. And as we can see, we've got light ones in here where the sun's hitting it and dark ones here. I think we need some really dark greens here. Mix some of that in. We're all direct painters, but what I'm doing here is, because there's big areas to cover, is I'm scrubbing in like this. That's what it's kind of scrubbing in areas to cover them. Now cooler blues, dark blue greens, darker greens, they'll tend to recede. They'll go into the background, whereas the brighter colors, they tend to want to come forward, which is why this area of the painting is going to be so interesting, because there's light back there and that's going to want to come forward. The hospice garden, if you haven't visited it, is a quiet, beautiful space that has all different areas with a water lily pond. One of my paintings is of the water lily pond. They have a butterfly pavilion, and they have beautiful butterfly sculptures in it. I'm totally impressed with their outreach program. They mentioned that they do not have a facility, but they have a program where they go and they visit people that have dementia, Alzheimer's, and they work with these people even though they can't accommodate them in their facility. This past summer I lost a friend, and she was in hospice, and they helped her transition to her next life with dignity and very little pain. And it was wonderful to visit her as she was transitioning and know that it wasn't difficult. They helped her. They helped her a lot. So, yeah, I think hospice is a wonderful organization. And we're very fortunate to have it here in the Lower Cape Fear. That's the other tool. The finger. Use your finger.